So I said I would take you through a day in my eating, and that didn't happen. So I thought I would just show you kind of a day's meal prep, because this last week I kind of have gotten sidetracked with my eating and not eating healthy. Just like one small slip, well, not a small slip, I bought Oreos and I bought Ben & Jerry's last week just because I was getting my period for the second time in 1 month, don't know why. And so my hormones are just all out of whack. So I thought it was just that, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just kind of have my one day. Well, that one day turned into a week, turned into this weekend, to yesterday getting a chocolate bar and just wanting to lay in bed and watch TV and feel sorry for myself, and just feeling really frustrated with that. It snowballed. It kind of started to get out of control, and that can happen so easily. So I want you all to know that that happens in its life, and it happens, and sometimes we catch ourselves and we don't, but I caught myself. It's only been a week, so I've decided, instead of, usually I will meal prep my food, like I'll put rice in the fridge, I'll have chicken in the fridge, I'll have my veggies kind of stacked in the fridge. That hasn't been helping me this past week. I've noticed I've been slipping and picking other things, or not eating all my vegetables. Eat all your vegetables. Not eating all my vegetables, and just sticking to like carbs and chicken more. And now I know like carbs are good for me, but not when you're not eating balanced and you're just picking the carbs over protein and your vegetables. So what I've done for you guys today is I'm going to show you kind of what I'm going to do for a day's meal prep. My macros are higher now because I'm trying to gain some muscle, so my carbs are going to be at 298 grams a day, my protein's at 199, and my fat is at 75 grams a day. So I'm just going to show you. I've got some fish here, haddock or something. So I'm going to cook that. I've got 4 pieces. Each piece is about 22 grams of fat, or 22 grams of fat, sorry, 22 grams of protein. And then I've got over here, I steamed asparagus, so I've started to put that into my containers as well. And then here I've got sweet potatoes. Yes, I'm cooking them in a rice cooker, just so I don't have to watch them. We have to go to church today, so I can just leave them and let them steam. Yeah, rice cookers you can steam veggies in too. So just a tip for all you ladies that want something that's like fast. There are quick and easy ways to meal prep. Like rice cooker's amazing, barbecue is good, slow cooker's good for just like your meats. So for veggies I have got asparagus, but I also use this. So I get these from Save-On, mixed veggies, frozen veggies, and then this one's got like beans. It's like a fiber mix. So all I do is I take those bags and I measure out my vegetables and I put it in the container with my food. Now, normally I don't meal prep my foods into containers because I'm at home. Most of the time I have kind of that privilege of coming home and eating. I'm not out at a job where I'm gone all day long, so I can usually portion out my food. But I noticed I started to slip and it's not working, so I'm just taking control of that, and I'm going to get myself back on track and meal prep my food. Normally I would just take my veggies out and I put them on a plate with my food and heat it in the microwave, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to dump them in frozen, and then the next couple of days to get myself back on track, I'll just heat my food up and everything will be portioned out for me. Also, I'll show you in our fridge. So I've got chicken. We've got a thing of chicken all cooked. My husband cooks the chicken, which is great. And then a thing of rice. Yes, I like white rice. We both like white rice. So we eat white rice. Jasmine rice, or it might be basmati rice. And then here, don't mind our messy fridge. This is real life. I don't have my fridge all organized for you guys because honestly I don't have time to do that to make everything look pretty. This is my life and this is all I get through. But I made turkey meatballs. And so I just have a thing of big turkey meatballs in there for another meat option. And I've got a bowl of pre-made salad to grab, spinach back there, which I need to prep because I won't eat it. It will stay like that and it will go rotten. I don't know about you, but that's what happens to my home if I don't have it planned out. I've got cottage cheese in here, and I usually use the 1%. So it's got like 1.5 grams of fat. I don't know why this camera's not zoning in. 100 calories for half a cup, and it's got 18 grams of protein. Yeah, you guys can't see that. And then Greek yogurt I get from Costco. It's got 18 grams of protein per 3/4 of a cup, only 100 calories, no fat, which is really good. Tzatziki, which this isn't the best kind, but I like it sometimes with chicken. I've got fresh berries because I love fresh berries in my oatmeal or on my rice cakes with peanut butter. Yeah, we get lots of raspberries. I love raspberries. All right. Then celery, I actually have to cut celery up and put it in a bag. I love it with peanut butter. My girls love it too, but I won't eat it if I keep it in the bag. It goes bad too. So lots of food. Shove all this back up here. Lots of food I have to meal, like cut up. I've got full of apples. Okay, let's put this back in. More vegetables. My veggie drawer, which I like to meal prep as well. Oh, stupid thing. Honestly. I have a rage on camera because I can't close the tomato thing. I get this from Costco. It's almond milk, and it's vanilla. Is that the French side? No. It's vanilla, and it's unsweetened. It's only 35 calories, 2.5 grams of fat. Yes, that is what's in my fridge, and so I will show you guys kind of when it's done what my meals are gonna look like. So what I've done with my fish is I've put on some Mrs. Dash, the lemon pepper. I've put squeezed some lemon on it. I've put some salt and pepper on it, and I'm just gonna bake it in the oven. So this is like a really quick meal prep for me. The chicken's cooked because my husband cooked it yesterday. We cook in bulk. My fish, I only cook like 4 servings at once because it doesn't last as long and it tastes gross if you freeze it and then try to reheat it. I got a big thing of asparagus. I love asparagus because it's a natural diuretic. So if you tend to hold water lots and stuff, I do. Certain foods I just seem to get puffy and swell up, and I don't like that feeling. Asparagus makes you pee a lot, which gets water out of your system, keeps your skin tighter to your muscles, and asparagus is so good for you. It's loaded in vitamins, full of fiber. It's just, and it's a dark green, leafy green vegetable, so it's just really good for you. Also, I have my containers ready to go with the frozen veggies in them. What I like about frozen veggies is it's packaged straight from picking, like packaged, it's fresh, it's packaged fresh, so it's all full of nutrients. They don't have time to deplete of the vitamins and stuff. They're just frozen fresh. So that's a reason I like that. I also like it because it's quick. So I just dump my bags and measure them, about a cup of veggies. And then I'll put in my sweet potatoes with that and my chicken with that. And then my asparagus, I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of rice with that. I think I have to see what the macros are for my rice. And then I'll put that in there. And then my fish will go in there as well. Also, what do I use for seasoning? My favorite stuff is this dill. It's like, I get it from, you can get it from anywhere, but it's usually in the fresh produce section, with the spices and stuff, or the herbs. So I love this. I put it on my fish, I put it on my veggies. It tastes so good. I love dill though, so if you don't like dill, then you probably wouldn't like it. They also do ginger, which is really good for stir fries. It's quick and easy for that. So I put dill on everything. I love dill. And then for like fats, like I don't put butter, I use coconut oil, I'll use olive oil, and I try to eat avocados, but to be honest, every time I buy them, they go bad because I buy them from Costco and I have too many to eat. So I'm trying to incorporate them into my food. I just, like I said, I like quick and easy, and sometimes to think about all the recipes, for me to stay on track doesn't help me. I need kind of the same thing all the time. So these are just my meals. That's not my in-between meal. So things I'll have in between will be like a protein shake, rice cakes with peanut butter and berries on top is like one of my favorites. I have it every day. I look forward to it. And I just use normal peanut butter. I don't use the naturals. I don't use organic. I just use the one with the teddy bear on it. This is the peanut butter I use, and I just use light, 25% less fat. And that's what I use. And I like it, so everything in moderation, right? So I'll put that. Rice cakes, I just get the non-sticky. Just rice cakes. I get the multigrain. And I eat those every day. Some other things that I have in between would be like cottage cheese, pumpkin, canned pumpkin in it. It's like my favorite. Also plain Greek yogurt with pumpkin and stevia is something else I'll eat in between. Sometimes I'll just have a protein shake, more rice cakes. And yeah, that's everything. I'll show you guys when it's done. Get away from there. The candle's on, guys. So this is my second meal of the day. For breakfast, I just had a protein shake, and oatmeal, and coffee. So this is my second meal, and like I said, this is one of my favorites. 2 rice cakes, half a cup of berries, a little bit less than a tablespoon of peanut butter, and 2 eggs, and a protein shake. So this is 25 grams of carbs, 16 grams of fat, and no, 18 grams of fat, sorry, and 38 grams of carbs, or protein. 38 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of fat. And that is my second meal. And then I'll have one of my pre-made meals when I'm done that. So one thing that really stuck to me this week when I was kind of just struggling with my eating, I'm just being real, I'm human, and it's hard sometimes being a trainer and a nutrition coach because you think that you have to be perfect at everything. Well, that's the mentality that I feel like I take on sometimes, and just being okay with being human and being okay with like just having slips, and it felt like one slip after the other this week, and I just thought, what is going on? And I know that the weather affects my mood quite a bit, and like just the winter time, so I just decided to pull up my pants and so to speak, and just like get kind of disciplined with myself, because it's so easy to make excuses why we can't do something when really it's just an excuse. And I'm reading this book, No Excuses, right now by Brian Tracy, and it is so good. And he talks about just like being disciplined, and it's the small little things. And so I remember last night I was frustrated because I decided to go to the store and I got myself candy and I got a chocolate bar, and I literally lied in bed and watched Gilmore Girls and ate this, and at the same time I was eating and I was feeling guilty, and I just heard that like little voice. This wasn't at that moment, but before I went to bed, when I was feeling cranky with myself, I was feeling bloated, and just mad that I just had let myself just like eat things that doesn't make my mood feel better. And I heard that voice going, it starts with habits. Like slowly it takes to build those habits, but it also takes those bad habits to create them. Like slowly doing those little slips every day, and then boom, it's like how did I get here? And so I just remember hearing that, like, just start slowly, just stop eating before you go to bed, because that for me is huge. I like to snack before I go to bed. So just start with one small thing, because I think we get so caught up in wanting to do everything at once because we forgot all of the habits that we used to have, or we didn't forget them, but we forgot all the things that we slowly let creep in. And it didn't happen overnight. Like getting to from where you used to be to feeling out of control doesn't happen overnight. It happens by slowly letting those good habits go. And that's what I realized. So I'm like, okay, no eating before bed, because for me, that's just, I like to snack, and I usually don't pick healthy things. Once I get my eating on track, I'll pick healthier things, and it depends how active I am. But this wasn't from the book, but I heard Joel Osteen say it, and then I just seen something on Pinterest that said, it says, suffer the pain of discipline now, or suffer the pain of regret later. And it's so true. So I just felt cranky that I didn't have meals made, and I didn't want to make them. I like just having them in the fridge and portioning them out, but it hasn't worked for me for the past week, and maybe a bit, because I just let things slip, and I just decided to choose what I wanted to eat instead of what I knew I should have ate. And so those habits kind of slipped, and so that quote just stuck in my head, just suffer the pain of discipline now, and then you get the rewards later, or suffer the pain of regret later. And so I don't know, that helped me. I don't know if it'll help you, but I'll show you guys my food when it's done. I'm just gonna let it finish cooking. I'm gonna eat my meal, and I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so my meals are all prepped. This will last me 2 days. So I'll just show you here. I've got a haddock fish. I've got 1/3 of a cup of white rice, which is about 45 grams of carbs. And then with the asparagus, closer to 50 grams of carbs. And then 22 grams of protein.
But she didn't soak me, and she did everything bad to me, Mama.
What?
But she didn't soak me.
Okay, well you guys are gonna have
bad to me. She didn't do it, and I cried because she didn't.
Here I've got a cup of yams, or sweet potatoes. Sorry, not yams. Sweet potatoes, or no yams. Sorry, not. Oh my gosh. I've got a cup of the frozen veggies, and I've got 4 ounces of chicken. And so 1 cup of yams is 48 carbs, 38 carbs. 1 cup of yams is 48 grams of carbs. So that's a lot. Like, I feel like this is going to be hard to eat. And that's the thing. When you're eating for your macros and what your body actually needs, it's a lot more than you realize. But your body, your metabolism will catch up, and you will be able to eventually eat it all. It just takes a bit. It's just a lot of food. And if you're trying to build muscle, and like anytime you build muscle, you're going to typically gain a little bit of fat, and you'll gain weight, like weight from muscle, but your metabolism will speed up. My kids are fighting. I have to finish this later. Hi guys, so I never got to finish that day because my kids were fighting, and then we ended up going to church, and then the day just went on. I just had to focus on them because it was just too much to try to vlog everything and have my kids fighting in the background. So where we left off, I was showing you my meals that I had prepped. Normally, I don't eat the same thing all the time. Normally, I have recipes, dinner that I'll make, and I'll make extra, and then I'll portion it out that night for the next day. But like I said, that didn't work that week. I knew what I needed to do to get myself on track. And that's the key, I think, is to recognize when you see yourself slipping. Don't let it snowball. Pick yourself up, do what needs to be done, suffer the pain of discipline now so you can reap the rewards later. So with my eating, I typically make dinners, different recipes. I try. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I eat the same thing. Sometimes I'll have a bowl of cereal and a protein shake. That's the life of being a busy mom, a wife, a business owner, trying to work, do everything. your meals don't have to look perfect all the time. And that is what I love about eating for your macros, because you need your macronutrients no matter what. You need, just in case none of you guys know, your macros are your proteins, your fats, and your carbs, and you need all three of them. And based on your metabolic rate, your weight, your height, your age, your BMI, you'll get a calculation of what, for your goal, what your macros will be at. So I told you mine in the video. Now everybody is different. And so with that, I know how many meals a day I need to eat and what my macros look like at each meal. And as long as I hit my macros for my goal, it's a piece of cake. You just have to eat, pretty much. You just have to be consistent with eating and being prepared. The thing that I like about macros is you don't really have to weigh anything or measure anything. You kind of, well, I guess you do, but I'm used to doing it for so long I can eyeball it now. But you kind of, everything has the nutrition facts on everything. Every piece of food has nutrition facts. So you just have to go there, and for your breakfast, if you're allowed 45 grams of carbs, 30 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat. Well, to me, I would have oatmeal. There's my 45 or 48 grams of carbs. Then I would have 2 eggs with extra egg whites in it. So there's my 30 grams of protein and my 10 grams of fat. And then I would add like cinnamon on that. And every day my breakfast changes. Some days I just don't feel, because I get up so early, I don't feel like eating a huge breakfast. I'll just have a protein shake and my oatmeal. But I eat every 2 hours, always. Now in the beginning, when you're first starting and you're not used to eating like that, 3 hours is good. But my metabolism has sped up so much that I need to eat every 2 hours, and that works for me. And because I have so many meals and my macros are high because I'm trying to put on muscle, I need to eat every 2 hours or I won't get all my food in. I'll be eating like as I'm lying in bed. Probably wouldn't mind that. Probably do it anyways. But that's kind of the gist of it. So I will do another video showing you my favorite breakfast recipes, because I do love French toast, I do love waffles, and I have healthy recipes for that. So I'll kind of show you what I do for breakfast foods. Snacks are very simple, ladies. I have protein shakes, I have cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, protein bars once in a while. If I do have a protein bar, I always mix it with something else. I'll have nuts with my snack, or peanut butter. I'll have fruit or veggies with it. I just make sure it hits my macros. Whatever my macros are, that has to hit every single meal. So I don't really call them snacks, I call them meals. I have 6 to 7 meals a day. And yeah, it's crazy how much your metabolism will speed up from that. So don't be afraid of the food. Don't be afraid, just trust the process and it works. And again, if you have any questions, you can email me at hannah@fitnessministry.ca. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you soon.